everybody, it's Michelle here. I hope you're doing really, really well today. Hopefully you can hear me. You can see my room's kind of messy. um, Hopefully you can hear me. Let me know that you can see me, that you can hear me, and that I am talking with somebody. So just put in the chat, like give me a thumbs up or I can see or hear you. And while you do that, I'll fix my hair. I always forget to look in the mirror before I hop on and go, woo! Okay, anybody here? And can you see me? Can you hear me? There's this new thing called Facebook Producer that I'm not sure if I'm using it correctly sometimes. So let me know. Just like give me a thumbs up in the chat so I can see who's here and that you can see and hear me. And then I'll get started. Okay, on my end. Oh, Sarah, thank you for being here. And Sandy. Can you guys see and hear me right now? Give me a yes. Hopefully it's working. If you say no, I don't even know what to do. Okay, yes. Thank you, Mary Ellen. Thank you. Okay, so here's what I want to do today. Hi, Paula. Good to see you. Today I want to kind of dive into being drained. And I don't know if you're going to exactly love the way I'm going to approach this, but I want to do things that really change our lives for the better. Like I always want to do things that empower us as empaths and sensitives. And sometimes I feel like I'm just not as sweet and as tender as I used to be. Like the older I get and the more I do this and the more I see, the more I just kind of say it the way it is. Because that's just the way it is, I guess, as you grow and develop. Okay, so today we're talking about like being drained. And I want to talk about what that means for empaths and sensitives. So the things I was focused on as I wrote that email this morning was like, are you the person who like tries to keep the peace in your family? Like in my family, I'm the lady who tries to keep everyone happy and healthy. It drains me. I'm aware of that. Does that happen to you too? Are you the person who's triggered by what's going on in the world? Hopefully, if you're a smart empath and sensitive, you know not to watch the news. We cannot handle that. Do you feel like you're soaking up your family, your friends, your kids, your spouses, kind of like their ups and downs with what's going on in the world right now? And is that draining you? Yes or no? Send me some thoughts in the chat. Yes, are you feeling the drain? Yes or no? Go ahead and put it in the chat so I can feel like I'm really working with you. Hi, Trista, Cheyenne. I just sent you a message. Sonia, nice to see you here. Sarah says, no news for me. Awesome. Rachel's here. Awesome. Okay, so I want to take you through a process. I call it the weed and seed method. It's something I teach inside of intuitive life coaching. It's very effective. So first I want you to look at this. What a how do I say? I'm just going to say it. What a victim mentality is and what an empowered mentality is. And I want us to step into more empowerment all the time. Because when we're empowered, our lives feel like we are in control of them. Our lives feel like we are creating the direction, that we are creating the lives that we want to live, and loving and helping our family and friends too. Okay? So the victim-y kind of mentality might be like, my husband drains me. Like yesterday I did it. My kids got up early. Oh no, I don't get enough time by myself. Like all of that is kind of draining, victim-y, even though it feels so true. And the empowered way of being would be to say, wow, I'm running the pattern of feeling drained. So do you see how one looks at people outside of the one way I look at people outside of me. I look at my husband and my kids and the world. That equals my drain. The empowered way is me saying this. Wow, look at what I'm seeing. Look at the patterns I'm running. I'm really good at running drained. I'm really good at looking at experiences in my life and finding things to support drained, tired, fatigued, foggy. Does that make sense? Okay, so let me look in here and see what you guys are saying. Okay, Sonia, first time here. Nice to see you. Awesome. Stick with me. Empaths are warriors, says Rebecca. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Steph says, I'm more drained because of others' stresses. Yeah, this is the big deal with empaths, Steph. And the mindset I want you to try to adopt today, just try it on for size. You won't probably hold this thought forever because the other one's stronger right now. Right now, I want us to start moving into I run the pattern of feeling drained. I'm good at seeing things in my life that support this energy of feeling drained. Can you see the difference right now? Yes or no? Give me a thumbs up or say yes or something. I and you guys, I'm there too. Like there's sometimes I'm like, no, this really is the people in my life that's causing this. And I know, but I want you to adopt this new way. Like I'm having this experience and these are the feelings I'm feeling. I'm running the pattern of drained, tired, fatigued. I want you to just try it on for size because if that's true, then we cannot change the people, the situation, the world right now, right? I don't think we ever can. And we don't want that to be okay for us to be okay. We want to just keep our own energy the way however we prefer it, and let the world, the kids, the husbands, the friends, the not friends, they can all do what they want in the world. Does that make sense? Do you see how more empowering that is? Because we always have us to work on. So that's what I want to work on today. I want to take you now through the weed and seed method. I'm going to do this different than how I normally do it because I think it's better. Right now, before we get into the muck, I want you to think of something, a place, somewhere that you love to be. Maybe it's the beach, the woods, the forest. Maybe you're just home alone with no one around. I want you to type it in the chat for me where I'm going to take you. That's the seeding part of the weed and seed process. I want to be able to drift and float you to somewhere that you love to be, where you feel happy, clear, connected, centered, grounded. Type it in the chat right now. Where is your happy place going to be? Is it the beach, the lake, fishing, home alone, the forest? Put it in the chat. I want you to put in the chat because I'd like to connect with you, and it helps other people expand what's possible for them. And isn't that cool that your thoughts and ideas could help someone else? So do that here. Okay, Sonia says ocean and waves, beautiful. Jardin says forest. Rebecca says the beach. Awesome. Type it in, everybody. Where is your happy place? Beach, says Lori. Awesome. Lake, in my rowboat. Yeah, Paula, with the sun coming up. Christine says walking in a field. Beautiful. Type it in the chat, everybody. Type it in the chat. Like participate. The more you put into something, the more you get out of it. So you participating helps others. You'll get more out of it. Anywhere outside. Good, Mary Ellen. Just pick a place. Rachel says, new sun-filled apartment with my new pet by myself. Beautiful, Rachel. Trista says, the forest, the beach. Awesome. Pick one. Or maybe you'll just, Trista, you've been working long enough on yourself. You'll just drift into that when we get to that part and see what shows up for you. Sarah says Lake Tahoe. Awesome. I just saw pictures of you there. Conscious Being says the beach or the forest. You can pick. Cynthia says home in my garden. And Angela, good to see you in my cabin. Awesome. Okay, so you've got that set because in a little bit I'm going to say, I want you to drift into, we'll call it your happy place. Your happy place. And you're going to already consciously know that you're going to train yourself to go to the beach, the forest, your apartment, wherever you have deemed your happy place. And then we're going to amp up the emotions there. Okay, so now let that go for the moment. You know where your place is. And now let's get to the weed part. So the weeds, like if we were all gardens, our minds are gardens, our emotions are gardens. Let's weed the things that aren't serving us, like being drained, being stressed, being pleasing people, worrying about everything. Like those are the things I want to weed today. Are you with me? Are you with me on that? Yes. Robin, good to see you. Okay, awesome. So here's what I want you to do, which is interesting because I just took you to your happy place real quick, and now I'm asking you to go back to the weeds. I want you to feel that feeling of trying to keep the peace in your family. Being the person that people come to, that can feel really good, but it can feel draining. You know, are you the person that people come to for help, for advice, to talk to? I know you are, because that's what empaths are known for. And just go, and that's beautiful, but get to that feeling when it feels like too much. I want you to get to that drained feeling. Notice if you've been easily triggered by the events happening in the world right now with your kids, spouses, friends. Notice what you're worried about. Notice if you're soaking up what's going on in the world right now. Okay, can you feel that now? And you're probably like, Michelle, why are you doing this? It's there anyway. I want to address it, clear it, and then seed what you prefer. So we're training. Remember how I said this is a pattern? This draining feeling is a pattern that we create. So I'm trying to scratch the record and repattern, help you repattern. Okay, Sonia says, yes, yes, Steph, Christy, awesome, yes, 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 good. Okay, so you got that drained feeling right now? Okay, so close your eyes if you're not driving a car and it's safe for you to do so. Close your eyes. I'm just going to take you through a little tapping sequence, and I want you to notice how it feels. So close your eyes if you can. I want you to feel the drained feeling, the being pulled in many directions. I also feel someone feels scattered and confused maybe, or grasping for straws, or looking for things. I'm not sure who that is. Just notice those feelings and then measure it. 0, you don't have it at all the way up to 10, you feel it strongly. And you don't have to put your number in right now. Just give yourself a number, but keep your eyes closed. Just notice how drained are you right now. Great. And then I want you to start tapping at your eyebrow point. And it's anywhere on your forehead, right between your eyebrows if you can. And just start tapping there. And if you know about tapping, you'll get this. And if you're new to tapping, don't worry about it. I'll explain it after this. So tapping at your eyebrow point, I want you to repeat after me out loud if you can. This feeling right here. This pattern of feeling drained. It's mine. I own it. Tapping at the side of your eye now with one hand, 2 hands, it doesn't matter. This pattern I'm calling drained. I'm ready to let it go. I can let it go a little bit or a lot. I choose. This is my pattern. I own it. And then tapping underneath your eyes, right here. Yeah, just anywhere, right here. Repeat after me. This pattern I'm calling drained. And everything connected to it. I lovingly release it now. Everything from the past, present, and future connected to this, I let it go. Tapping at your collarbone point, just anywhere on your chest. Whoever taught this to me and wherever I got it, it doesn't matter. I'm letting go of the blame and shame. I'm letting go of the confusions and attachments to it. I'm ready to create space within myself for more, for better. So I let it all go. Beautiful. And then I want you to grab your wrist, give it a squeeze, take a deep, deep breath in. Blow it away. Peace. Keep your eyes closed for a second. I want you to allow peace to wash over you. So peace starts at the top of your head. And just let it, I don't know what it feels like, water or a blanket or just a relaxation. Let that go from top of your head and wash over you all the way down your head, neck, shoulders, arms, chest, back. Stick with me. Torso, hips, legs, knees. Let the peace wash all the way down to the tips of your toes. Stay right there, eyes closed. And now I want you to bring in your happy place, wherever you decided you were going to go. The beach, the forest, the apartment, home alone. Pull that image in now. Allow yourself to sense it, to see it, to feel it. And don't worry if you can't see it, just feel it. You know what it feels like to be at the beach or the forest. And what emotions do you have with that? Peace. Allow yourself to feel the peace, the quiet, the calm, the connectedness. The space for yourself and your own thoughts. Feel that feeling and amp it up. And what do I mean by amp it up? Expand it. If you can feel that feeling of quiet and peace and calm energy, expand it a little bit if you want to. Make it even bigger and brighter. You can hold more of the good if you want to. We're training ourselves to expand our capacity to hold more of the good. Holding the good. Holding those higher vibrations. Beautiful. Grab your wrist one more time. Squeeze your wrist. Take a deep breath. Blow it away. Peace. Open your eyes whenever you're ready. Oops. Are you still with me? Notice how you're feeling right now. Move your eyes around a little bit. Go back to that drained feeling. Is it the same or different than before? Just put same or different in the chat. And I'm looking at the chat right now and I'll be able to touch base with you. Rebecca was a 4, I bet, to begin with. Rebecca, what are you now? Were you able to feel the feelings of drained? Release them? And then allow the feelings of the beach or the forest or wherever you were going. Mary Ellen says she feels lighter. Good. There's no right or wrong answer here. Christy says different. Becky says different. Awesome. Trista says a little different. Angela says lighter. Rachel says I'm not sure. There's no wrong answers, Rachel. I just think that's very interesting. Not sure sometimes to me means the conscious mind hasn't caught up with the change in the energy. Not always, but most of the time. Christine says different. So Rachel, just kind of take a few deep breaths and see if you still feel not sure or if it starts to shift for you. That's usually what it is. Miriam says, thought it was fibro this morning. Interesting. I think a lot of our illnesses and diagnoses are when empaths spend too much time in hypersensitivity. I think that's the place where disease can take place. Cynthia says different. Trista says 7 to a 5. Jardin says mostly. Steph says 10 to a 2. Ruby says I need to try this later. That's fine. Christy, I felt it get stuck in my chest until I went to my happy place and let all that good in and take over. Awesome. That's such a great example, Christy and everybody else, of the weed and seed, right? Where just like a garden, if you were going to pull out the weeds and then plant the seeds to the roses or the peonies or whatever the flowers that you want to grow. We are the same way, literally. We need food, air, water, and we need to weed the garden. Sarah says my body was tight, now a bit more relaxed. Awesome. Robin says different. Good. Jardin says mostly the same, I think. So Jardin, I want you to go back and do this when you have time. Rachel says probably, about like take the conscious mind taking a while to catch up with the energy. Laurie says different and lighter. Paula says same. One of my drainers interrupted this. Think I can listen to the recording later and it will help. Awesome. Awesome. Another opportunity to heal, Paula Furbush. Elizabeth says I feel peaceful and lighter. Awesome. Victoria, feeling effervescent. And then Rachel says she went from a 4 to a 1. I can't find that feeling at the moment, so I suppose that's good. Awesome. Are you saying you can't find the drained feeling? I think that's how we know we're starting to make a shift, is when I say to my clients, go back and feel the drained. Come on. You had it so strong. And they go, I don't have it. You guys, we're empaths and sensitives. We have superpowers. But what does Superman have that he can't be around? Is it kryptonite? Our kryptonite is that we fall into taking on other people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions. I think it's kryptonite. Is that right? Like, we have great superpowers, but for many of us, whatever the kryptonite is we spend too much time in that. So one of the things I'm trying to teach you right now is to let go of the patterns of drain. And at first, it's like it's a muscle. Like if I said we're going to do 100 push-ups today and you haven't done a push-up for ever, you might go, I might be only able to do 5 today or 1. And that's okay. If you did it every day, you would get really good at push-ups, right? The same with our minds, our brains. We are pattern beings. We as empaths, one of the things we're really good at is seeing the patterns in others. I call that intuition. But I want you to see the pattern within yourself right now. And I want us to release drain and start really continuing to release it. And then I want you to see the calm, the happy, the lighter, the brighter. And then if you do that enough, just like a push-up, if you do enough push-ups, you get the muscle. If you do this exercise enough, your natural default will be peace, happy place, love. It will not be drain anymore. Does that make sense, you guys? I can't think of something more important for our quality of life. Can you? I can't think of a day-to-day more important thing to do than to be living our lives in peace, happiness, joy. And from that place, we have the lives we want. We take care of our kids. We connect with our spouse. We do our life purpose or figure it out and step that way. We do it in peace and joy, not in chaotic, drained, trying to do it all. Can you hear the difference? I hope that's helpful today, you guys. Yes. Awesome. I hope that was helpful. I think I got to everything. My biggest thing was to go through the weed and seed process with you, and hopefully it helped you. Not next week, but the week after, I think it's August 24th, I am doing a 5-day challenge called Activate the Healer Within. Because as you know, I consider myself a healer. I think most empaths and sensitives that are drawn to my world are healers of some sort. And I want to, if you're someone who is interested in becoming a healer, learning more about healing yourself and others, please join the 5-day challenge, Activate the Healer Within. The whole 5 days, we're going to work together each day. And my dream at the end of that, I'm going to kind of do this similar to what we did today. I want us to like start to get clear for you about what a healer, you being a healer looks like. And then each day I want to take you through a few processes so that by day 5, you are stepping more into that. Like you're getting clearer about, okay, I am a healer, because I really do think that's my life purpose right now, is to help activate empaths and sensitives to like develop their abilities and become the healers they're meant to be. So if you're interested in any of what I just said, join the 5-day challenge. The link is in the description above. Okay? And again, that's not until the 24th, but I have the link ready, so I thought I'd put it in there. If you have any questions or you want to talk to me, just tell me in the chat or message me, and I'm happy to talk with you. Okay, have a great day, everybody. Thanks for being here. Bye.